This right here is the all-new Troubadour Apex 4.0 backpack. And with me, I also have the Apex 3.0 backpack. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a comparison. I'll show you all of the 10 major updates on the 4.0 versus the 3.0. I'll also tell you what I didn't like about the bag. I'll tell you what I do like about the bag. I will also do a pack out to show you what I can fit into this. And hopefully by the end of this video, it'll help you decide whether this bag is going to be right for you. Now, full disclosure, Troubadour did send this bag for my honest YouTube review. They do not get to preview this before it gets published. I'm not getting paid by them, but I do get to keep it. First, let's dive into some of the basics. This thing retails for $249 US. It comes in 5 different colors. And in terms of size, it's 22 liters in size. And in terms of weight, it's about 2.69 kilograms or 2.69 pounds or 1.22 kg, which is just a tiny little bit heavier than the Apex 3.0, but you can't really notice a difference. So now let's jump into the 10 differences or updates between the 3.0 versus the 4.0. For the most part, the backpack looks the same, it feels the same. It's pretty much the same backpack except for these kind of minor updates, but they kind of elevate this backpack a lot more. So first, let's talk about the exterior with the water bottle pocket. Now they both have 2 stretchy water bottle pockets, which is fantastic. However, this one right here gains a zipper, so you can actually seal this off. And that's great because not all the time will you be needing to carry around 2 water bottles. And so this one actually, you just gain an additional zippered pocket, which is fantastic. And I feel like that's a great update. Tiny little thing, but they added a logo right to the top here, whereas the Apex 3.0 does not have one. Okay, so the second change comes towards the back, and it has to do with the luggage pass-through. Now, I wouldn't say it's a update or anything like that. It's just a change, but right here, the luggage, they had this kind of sleeve right here, and this is kind of where that, or how that luggage pass-through went through. Now they've changed it. They don't have that kind of horizontal line right now, and it's just essentially this entire lumbar thing is the luggage pass-through. As you can tell, also they've, this was very, very kind of squared, so they kind of made this one a little bit more rounded on this one. So, but I mean, they're both comfortable, so I wouldn't say that one is going to be a big, positive over the other one. The third change is the sternum strap. So where you are able to attach the sternum strap, there's a rail right here, and it's not very long. It's about that big. On the new one, the railing is probably more than twice the length. It's huge, which is fantastic. So then you can actually really ride that sternum strap up or down. But the bad thing or negative thing is that the sternum strap is not included in both of these bags, and you do have to purchase it as an additional accessory. And that's probably my only and biggest thing I didn't like about this bag, is because this is a premium luxury kind of backpack, and paying at that price point, you'd think that it should at least include a sternum strap, but it doesn't. The fourth change has to do with the pocket right here. So on the 3.0, it's got a zippered pocket, and it stretches out, so you can actually fit a cell phone in here, which is nice. But they kind of took away that zippered pocket and made it just a top-down stash pocket, so you can just essentially drop your cell phone in or whatever you want from the top. And there is a magnet at the top, so just to kind of secure whatever you have in there. The fifth change has to do with the main actual strap and how you cinch it up. It does have this kind of keeper strap, and for this one, it wasn't the easiest to always undo it, loosen it, and tighten it, loosen it, and tighten it, because the strap is kind of like, it's more like a set it and forget it type thing. However, they've changed it, so I think this is much better. On this strap, you actually have a little loop, a little finger loop, so you can actually put your finger through it, and you can really tug on it to really cinch it down. So this is a much more standard backpack way, but I feel like this one works much better. Although this one's a little bit less clean because you have a dangly strap, but you can clean it up with this kind of elastic keeper. But yeah, how you tighten it and loosen it is much faster and easier and better and just simpler on the newer one compared to the older one. The sixth change is that when you access the laptop compartment, there is just a single zipper that opens this up. So on the new one, there's actually 2 zippers, so you can actually open it from either side, which I feel like is a good upgrade. So you can open it, close it, you got 2 zippers, and bam. The seventh change has to do with the top grab handle. Now, it looks identical. However, underneath, you got this kind of a soft, rubbery yoga mat feel on the bottom of this the 3.0. However, on the 4.0, it's more cushioned, kind of similar to the cushion that you'd have on the actual strap itself. So I do feel like it does feel better on the 4.0 versus the 3.0, but I wouldn't say it's like a massive big difference or change. Now, when we are looking at the interior of the bag, this is kind of like a bigger change as well. This is the eighth one. So this one has one zippered pocket at the back. This one has that kind of same zippered pocket. However, it gains an additional zippered pocket just below it. So this one has more organization compared to this one. And then the ninth kind of change is just the stash pockets. So here you have two kind of larger stash pockets where I can probably fit my entire hand in there. You have a medium size as well as a pen pocket. Whereas on this one, there is just kind of three medium stash pockets. So yeah, that's the kind of like the bigger organizational difference between these two. But when we are looking on the opposite side, there is just kind of one mesh zipper pocket, which is pretty much the same. So that remains unchanged. And the final 10th change is in the zippered kind of sunglasses pocket right here. The big change is just the key leash. This one is kind of like a short, kind of small, tiny little key leash, whereas the new one is nice. It's longer, it's thicker, it's got a bigger little clip right here, so it's definitely improved. And sorry, I did miss one 11th item, and that is it adds a small little kind of, I'm not sure if you can see, but it's a little sleeve pocket. So, I mean, if you had a small water bottle or a small umbrella or just something kind of like small and tubular, that could kind of fit in there. So you gain one extra little internal divider. And sorry, there actually is a 12th update, and that has to do with the laptop compartment. At the very bottom, I can't really show it to you, but the way that the laptop is suspended is improved. So I can actually reach around and get my finger kind of right underneath it, and there is a nice little space in there, so your laptop doesn't, hit the ground. Now the 3.0 also, the laptop compartment is suspended as well, but it's not as much. I can't really actually put my entire full fingers right underneath it. So the laptop area has been improved, and so that is the 12th and final change. Okay, so now we're going to be doing a pack out of the Troubadour Apex 4.0. Now, just letting you know that this backpack, I wouldn't say it's 100% packed out. I'd probably say it's about maybe 75, 80%. But yeah, just wanted to show you what could fit in here. So this is a 32-ounce Nalgene water bottle, and it's not the greatest fit, but it does fit. So that gives you an idea of what size water bottle could fit in there. So that's a big beefy one in there, but it's probably not ideal for that. This one is an 18-ounce Yeti water bottle, and that one fits in there perfectly. So something more of a regular size water bottle will fit in there. Now looking at the top, let's start off with this top. You have this kind of, it's a padded sleeve, and in here there is a key leash. I just got my keys in there. I don't have anything else in there, but it is pretty kind of deep, so it kind of goes all the way down to about there. So you could definitely fit your wallet or something like that. Not the greatest idea to put sunglasses in there, although it is kind of a good spot. But the problem is, because you have this kind of key leash, it could scratch up your sunglasses. Now, moving along, let's move on to the back side right here. Now, I just wanted to talk about this pocket right here. This fits up to, this is my iPhone 13 Pro, and it fits in there perfectly. The sides expand a little bit, so it's really, really easy just to kind of slot your phone right in there. So just kind of whip that out. Now let's talk about, let's open up that main compartment now. Now when we peel back this main compartment, on this one side, in this main area, I just have a Patagonia jacket. And then in the very bottom right here, I do have a Orbit Key kind of tech pouch. So that's a big guy right there. And on this one side, I just have some granola bars. They're just tucked away into this big kind of stash pocket. And looking at the back right here, at the very back zipper, I do have just more valuables. I have a passport. It does go all the way down to about right here. So it is definitely a deeper but thinner pocket. You can fit just thinner items. And then in this one, same thing, thinner pocket. That one goes pretty much just to the same at the bottom right there. So not as deep as the top zippered pocket, but I just have just another kind of booklet. And then in these three stretchy stash pocket, I do have a power bank. I do have just the corded my phone charging cable, as well as my AirPods in there. And there's also another kind of little sleeve right here. So if you did have maybe a small water bottle or something like that, or maybe umbrella, you can kind of stash it right in there. It's really tough to tell, but it's just like a small little like black little pocket that you can do right there. Now, and lastly, let's open up the laptop compartment. So when we do open that guy up, you have a middle kind of or section right here. You can kind of put like documents in there, but it does towards the bottom, it does kind of cave in towards the bottom. So just to let you know, if you put something like a folder or something, it might bend a little bit towards the bottom. Now here is my iPad, my regular size iPad, and it will fit up to a 17-inch laptop. Right now I just have a 15-inch MacBook Pro, but yes, they do state that you can fit a 17-inch laptop in there, which is amazing. So anyways, let's wrap this video up. You're wondering if you should get this Troubadour Apex 4.0 backpack. I feel like they have done a fantastic update. They're minor, nothing is too major, but it's definitely better than the Apex 3.0. But if you do have the Apex 3.0, I don't think that it is large enough of a big enough of a reason for you to upgrade to the 4.0. I definitely think that it's better for sure. And if you're on the fence and you're just looking for a good EDC backpack to travel with, go to work, just have a medium-ish amount of stuff in here, then this backpack is fantastic. It's made out of premium materials, it's comfortable, and it looks great. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.